Live from the Freeport bubble, it's time for Hofstra Ice Hockey. Today, the Hofstra Pride meet the Stony Brook Seawolves in a rematch of the teams that met on the ice at UBS Arena just under a year ago. Well, welcome to the Freeport bubble, everyone. My name is Ian Banky. You're tuned in to the LI Sports Network. Should be a good one as these two teams have a rematch of a game a couple weeks ago, one which Stony Brook came out on top 4-2 on the strength of 2 power play goals in the first 2 minutes of the game. Tonight, the Pride looked to bounce back from that loss a couple weeks ago, but also a 6-4 loss to Farmingdale 2 nights ago. That was over at Iceworks, where both Stony Brook and Farmingdale play their home games, but that was a tough one for the Pride. They found themselves down in a hole early. They were outshot 21-2 in the first period. They were able to come back in it, make it a very competitive game as the closing stages ensued, but in the end, the comeback effort not enough, and the Farmingdale D2 team got a big win over the Pride. But coming into this one, these are the 2 top teams in the Empire Conference. The Pride come into this with a record of 8-5-0, and for Stony Brook, they come in 6-2-0. And both these teams trying to get a win over a division foe. We mentioned the Pride, their last game, a 6-4 loss to Farmingdale, and they got a while until their next game. They go on the road against Fairfield, not next weekend, but the weekend after next. So they want to go into that break with a win and get that confidence, that kind of swagger as they take some time off. And for Stony Brook, they're trying to keep the momentum going. Really their only losses this season to really good competition. They lost that game to Farmingdale, but you know, that's one that you can hang your hat on. They were competitive in it, they were close all the way through, and they're looking for another win against a D3 team. They've looked good against their division foe so far this year, looking to add another win in the win column. Well, we'll step aside here and take a break. One quick shout out though to Devin Roy, who has gotten the music working, and we'll have that running throughout the game now, so no silence between whistles. Keep the mood up in between whistles, but we'll take a break. You can enjoy the warm-up mix for the first time this season right here. Puck drop between the Seawolves and the Pride on the other side of this break on the LI Sports Network. Welcome back to the Freeport Bubble. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineup. We'll take a look first at the visiting Stony Brook Seawolves. They start things off, only 2 forwards listed to start, 3 defensemen alongside, so we'll see how they line up. But Jonathan Vektorovich and Lucas Puccia get us started on the forward lines. Puccia, one of the team leaders in goals, with 6. Trails Steven Richardson, he leads the team with 7. The defenders listed as starting: Brendan Devaney, Nicholas Mango, and Brett Kitograd. We'll see who falls in alongside the starters. They turn to Nicholas Guadagno for his second start of the year. Guadagno so far in his first start allowed 6 goals in a losing effort to Sacred Heart. That was one of 2 losses this year, Sacred Heart, and the other one just a couple nights ago to Farmingdale. He had an .816 save percentage in 2 games last year. So far, that's an improvement, but he's looking to get that save percentage north of 900 now to start this season, still early on. He's the Whitestone, New York native, so he's looking for a win right here in Freeport. And on the other side for the Hofstra Pride, they turn to their top line once again to start back in working order, all 3 at the top line. Matt Matarazzo, the leading scorer in all of D3, 16 assists, 27 points. That leads the D3 in the Empire. And then James Van Aaron tied with him for the goal-scoring lead with 11. He starts as well. And alongside Devin Roy, he's got 14 points to start the year. We're waiting to see the defense pairing to start off, but expect to see Rob Criscolo alongside Dan Hartshut. We'll let you know if that changes at all. And then they turn to Michael Sikora in net. He came on in relief 2 nights ago against Farmingdale, charged with a loss, allowed 2 goals on 18 shots. So not too shabby, but a tough task to come in late against a high-flying Rams offense. So he comes in with a 3-3 record, a .415 GAA, .908 save percentage, and looks to keep that going. So it does look like we have a slight change here on the starting pairing. So it is going to be Dylan Kinzer and Chris Del Panino. Let's step aside right now for the national anthem. We'll be back here on the LI Sports Network. There's the national anthem. So good to hear it here after having the connection to the speakers not working for the first couple games of the year. So we're set to go here for action. Hofstra wearing their alternate gold jersey, Stony Brook in the blue and red. Once again, that change on the defensive pairing. Dylan Kinzer, Chris Del Panino starting for the Pride. So they turn to a more offensive look, especially Del Panino. 5 goals this season, all 5 on the power play, including 1 against Farmingdale 2 nights ago. Hofstra, as always, starting attacking from right to left. Stony Brook going the other way, going from left to right. Good turnout here for this Sunday afternoon. Thanks for joining us here on the LI Sports Network. Just about set to go here at center ice. Matthew Matarazzo steps in to take the draw against Jonathan Vektorovich for Stony Brook. And Vektorovich wins the draw. We're underway. Stony Brook gets the first possession. This one chipped ahead on the near side, finds Vektorovich. He drives in, looking over to the right wing. Shot takes the deflection, goes wide, finds the stick of Dylan Kinzer for Hofstra. Kinzer into a scrum on the far side boards. It's pinned into the corner. flipped a little bit further. Hofstra trying to clear, finds its way out with Devin Roy. Roy just dumps in. Guadagno watches it go wide. Again, Guadagno making his second start of the season here in the early going. Connecting here through neutral, losing it. Del Panino keeps in for Hofstra. Hits a defender going to the boards. That was Nicholas Mango getting a piece of it. Hofstra back on it, wrapping around, looking to the near side. Van Aren looking to get it across to Del Panino. Pass takes the deflection by Mango. Mango in deep now with Stony Brook trying to get it out. Comes along to the near side with Devaney. He takes a hit, able to clear it out. Pass takes the deflection and comes back for Hofstra. They make a change on the fly as Kinzer dumps in. Early stage in this one, still no score between Hofstra and Stony Brook. Hofstra trying to keep it in the zone here. Stony Brook going back to get something set up. Here's Mango over on the near side, pass along the boards. It's a good one, finds Vorotnikov. Vorotnikov connects with Richardson on the far side. He drives in, takes a check down to the ice. Good hit by Chris Colo. Still in the zone here for the Seawolves. Chipped along to Vorotnikov, circling back now on the backhand. Vorotnikov to the point, gives over to Barker. Barker fires. That one takes a deflection, goes wide. Lots of traffic in front of the net. Defender wipes out there at the blue line. Hofstra can't clear first attempt. Second time works out. Here's Jordan Cox driving in. Cox, nice move around a defender. Takes wide. The shot patted aside by Guadagno. Still behind the net here for Stony Brook. Here, first shot of the game going to Hofstra. Now it's dumped in by Nikita Vorotnikov. Stony Brook set it up. Back to the point. One skips over the stick of Duan. Still in the slot for Arena. Arena gives over to the far side. Richardson guides to the boards. Richardson still down low. Backhand pass along at Sean Duan. Duan knocked to the ice. Couple Hofstra defenders there. This shot grazes off the glove of Sikora. Back to the point. Walking in, Jake Lee. Works into a pass now to the near side. Along the circles, Duan gets it down low, and Sikora covers up. First whistle here of the game comes with 17:23 left in the first. Line change here. Tyler Edmonds in for the draw against Joey Schnatter. Tie up on the draw. Possession falls to Hofstra, but they can't clear. Keeping in Jake Lee on the far side. Lee gets around a defender, fires, stick save, Sikora. Still on the near side. Duan trying to pass out in front. That shot misses the crossbar. Good look in front for Brandon Gerstein. Scrum to the near side now. Trying to get it out of there. Stony Brook, they do. Duan now looking for the slot again. This time intercepted. Feza trying to move out. Takes a deflection. Moves clear. Nicoloizio just dumps in. It's one thing of note. Feza moving back down now to the third line. Was playing up towards the top two for the last couple of games. Driving in, Gerstein finds Duan. Sets back up to the point with Lee. Lee escapes a defender for Hofstra. He fires. This one knocked down. Goes wide. Duan back to the point. Devaney. Devaney back to Duan. Duan rips one. That one hit traffic in front. Still in the scrum. It hit McDonough's skate. Pinballed back around to the far side. Hofstra trying to clear. Kept in by Sean Duan. Second clearing attempt from Aloisio doesn't work out. This sent back to the near side around the cage. Claps in to get it. Victor Marquez. Stony Brook trying to keep it in. Doesn't work out. Hofstra able to clear. This one sent further along. Top line back out for Hofstra. Here's James Van Aren. Van Aren works with Roy. Double teamed as soon as he crossed the blue line. Working back the other way, Brendan Devaney. Devaney dumps opposite corner over to the near side. Marquez racing to get it alongside Lee, but he's bested by Matarazzo. Trying to clear now for Hofstra. Van Aren flips out to Matarazzo now, trying to start the breakout. Looking for Roy. Crossed their signals there. Turned over. Skating back to Devaney with the C on his chest. Is wrapped around now by Hofstra, keeping in. That in the skates of the goalie out in front, and just missed wide. Good heads-up play to get it on goal. This one takes a deflection, still out in front. Now cleared to the boards. Good looks there for Hofstra. Still couldn't get a shot on goal officially. They have it back in their own end now. Gonna get it set up. Long flip pass out of the zone, looking for Roy, couldn't find him, and this is icing. Tough break there for Hofstra. They had Roy waiting at the blue line, pass couldn't connect, and now they have some tired skaters on the ice after the icing call. 15:04 left in the first. Still goose eggs on the scoreboard, but early going here in this one. Faktorovich back in for the draw for Stony Brook to the right side of Sikora in the offensive zone. Faktorovich wins it, they set it up, pass over down to the boards, hit around, Del Panino trying to close off for Hofstra. He gets to it first, can't clear. This pass comes through the crease to the far side boards. Flipped up and out by Hofstra, chance to break now. Kinzer, good burst of speed. Dylan Kinzer fires, that one off the shoulder of Guadagno. Good look on there by the defenseman. Turns out to be one and done as it's cleared out. Now to the far side, Andrew Mosheni dumps in. Hofstra likewise just gets clear, trying to change some units, some mismatch lines out there for right now. Comes right back in with Lucas Puccia. Puccia drives around, guided to the boards by Kinzer. Good check there. This loose puck rolls on Cage, and it's covered up by Sikora. Early on, a defensive showing. Some physical play between the two teams. You always expect that when you see two Long Island schools come together, especially Hofstra Stony Brook. For the NCAA teams, now CAA rivals as of last year. Attacking zone draw, won by Stony Brook, setting up Vorotnikov. That one goes off the outside of the net. Richardson trying to get it, instead falls to Jordan Cox. Cox trying to break Kreeler over the near side. Finds Kadyrov. Kadyrov's shot knocked down by Arena. And a whistle here, delayed penalty coming up. A roughing call, seems like it's going to send Hofstra to the power play. Wait to see the official call here, which penalty box door swings open. And indeed, it's a roughing call against Nikita Vorotnikov, which sends Hofstra to their first power play. Hofstra 2 nights ago went 1 for 6 on the power play, 23.6% on the season. Not too bad, but looking to strike early here. They win the draw, set it up with Chris Colo. Back at the blue line, walking, gives over to the near side. Circling in, Kadyrov, setting up the cycle. Hartshut, back to Chris Colo. He winds, fires, gets a piece of the defender, then wipes out. Chris Colo needed to get a piece of that one. A long pass down the ice, taken by Hofstra. But if it wasn't for the diving effort of Chris Colo, that could have been a breakaway. Here's Casola. Setting back up for Hofstra, back to Chris Colo. Chris Colo now at the blue line, waits, looks for a lane, gives to the near side, circling. Kadyrov scores! Timur Kadyrov gets Hofstra on the board first. Great look here as coming over the near side, finding Kadyrov, just circles and rips one. The screen right in front. Guadagno never saw the puck leave the stick of Kadyrov, who gets his second power play goal of the year, third goal of the season, and now the Pride on the board first. Missed drop of the puck there, got to do it again. So with the 13-13 mark of the period, Hofstra on the board first. As a whistle, blue played dead. In fact, they're making sure the net was on its moorings on the far side. Now we're set to go. Kadyrov gets the goal, puts Hofstra on the board. First time we've heard the goal horn here at Freeport this season. Back underway. Kinzer controls after Hofstra wins the draw. He dumps in, and they thought that one took a deflection, but instead called icing. Guadagno there in net. Initially going to play it, but after realizing that it didn't take a tip, put his arm up and got the whistle. So the assist, actually now they're giving the credit to Hartshut. They're saying it took a deflection in front from Dan Hartshut. So scored Hartshut from Kadyrov and Chris Colo, but now Hofstra breaking back the other way. This shot, glove save, Guadagno opts to play it. Hofstra able to keep in. Kinzer walks, fires, pad stop Guadagno, over to the near side goes the rebound. Hofstra keeping in the zone. Triple team coverage there from Stony Brook. That gives them possession, trying to clear it out. Stalls at the blue line. Matarazzo rips back around, closing to get it. Mango beaten out by Van Aaron on the far side. He's knocked to the ice. Loose puck there in the scrum. Van Aaron still working at it. Hits it over to the corner. Bullied there by Tyler Edmonds, but still stays with Hofstra. Pass in front. Matarazzo couldn't get the shot away. Careened off his stick. Now back the other way. Here comes Stony Brook. Putting on the brakes, creating some room. Gerstein on the far side. Lost the puck on the stick handle. Hofstra breaking back. Nice drop pass here. Finds Kadyrov. Kadyrov works from some room on the blue line. Sends around the boards. Goes around a couple. Closed off there on the far side by Jason Kitograd. Long shot just scooped up by Guadagno. He will play it. Jason Kitograd here for Stony Brook, making his first appearance for the Seawolves. His brother Brett, a constant factor in the starting lineup, but now Jason donning the blue and red for the first time this year. Offensive zone draw for Hofstra over on the far side. Schnatter bested there. Stony Brook looking to clear. Trailing this one 1-0 early on. Works out. Here's Kitograd working over to the far side, finding Latham. Latham a backhand dump in. Aloisio goes back to retrieve for Hofstra, pinned to the boards. Possession turned over here, then given right back. Hofstra working clear. Good work here by Rook to get it clear. Dumped right back in, out of his net to play it, Sikora. Chris Colo looking to the near side, getting out of there. Latham lays a hit, not before Hofstra able to move clear out of the zone. Rook sends a little bit further on. Nice chip back in, forcing Mosheni to retreat to play it in blue. Mosheni lets it go on. Played here by Steven Richardson. Richardson tries the near side, working over now to Lai, who leaves in. Goes for a change as he does. A little bit under 9 minutes gone here in the first. Chipped a little bit further in, this one on goal. Guadagno called into action, and then good hustle to play it and forcing the whistle. So now with that goal going to Harchut for Hofstra, that's his second power play goal of the year, third goal of the season. Again, the assists to Timur Kadyrov and Rob Criscolo. Stony Brook setting it up now in their own zone. Miscued pass comes over to the far side, nobody there. Richardson able to chip it on forwards, but Kinzer holds at the blue line. Good poke check there by Cox, bringing it in. The late offside against Hofstra. Cox was in ahead of the puck, so they had to give up possession, but now they're right back on it. Once again, Cox a little bit ahead of that play, delayed offside. Allows Richardson to take possession for the Seawolves. Richardson on the far side, driving into the slot. Sends back to the point, Barker. Barker fires, puck takes a deflection. Good stop by Sikora. Sikora with a great save on a shot that was redirected. Just some traffic in front. The drop pass to Barker. Long shot from the blue line, but that traffic in front caused some issues for Sikora, but he was able to find it after it took a tip. Play back underway here. Offensive zone draw for Stony Brook. They win it back to the blue line. Devaney trying to keep it in. Bump back down, but it comes alongside the boards to Puccia. Working down low here, the Seawolves. Spinning, looking out in front. Pass from Faktorovic, couldn't find its receiver. Still along the boards. Back in front, backhand shot. And Sikora's there. Another look in front. Looked like that time it was Devaney getting a look on goal. Pressure heaping here for Stony Brook now. Hofstra still leads in the shot counter here, 7-4. Offensive zone draw, won by Stony Brook. Devaney's shot goes high and wide. Clearing out of the zone, Van Aaron. This one missed wide. They wash out the icing. They say Stony Brook could have played it. Here's Mango now on the far side. Nicholas Mango looking to go around the boards. Intercepted by Roy for a moment, but it comes back now through the middle. Vaktorovic working here. Finds Puccia. He drives wide. Puccia looks for the wraparound. Takes back to the point. Walking here. Gives over, but the pass intercepted. Good read, and now this pass comes through. Here's Van Aaron. He's deterred over into the corner. This shot sticked away by Guadagno. Rebound leaves the zone. Hofstra has to tag back up. Dan Harchut, he has the opening goal on a deflection play. Goal on the power play as he sends back around. This one comes over to the near side now. Leaving the zone, Brett Kietograd over to the far side. Setting up, Gerstein. Drives around, sent hard to the boards. Good check by Chris Colo. This sets up Hofstra now heading the other way. Van Aaron, long at the end, tail end of the shift here. Leaves back for Casola. This puck flipped up and over a leaping Stony Brook defender. Pass in front, nobody there in gold. So it comes back the other way. Here's Antonio Arena now through neutral. He leaves off. Gerstein rips, fires, lost the puck in the process. Second try goes through the crease. At the blue line, holding Sean Duan. Sends around the boards now, back to the point. Gerstein shot, hit someone in front. Hofstra able to clear. Rolling puck bounds off the boards, no icing. Didn't have the length for it anyways. Good hustle by Cox to get it for Hofstra, already in the attacking zone. Pinned to the glass now. Kadyrov joins the scrum in gold. Clock continues to run here, nearing 7.5 left in the first. Kadyrov escapes with possession. Turning on goal, firing. That hits someone in front. Trying to clear there, Jake Lee. Not able to do it. Hofstra keeps in. Lee back on the puck, and a whistle here. And Gerstein's heading to the box. See what the whistle is. It's a cross check, which sends Hofstra back to the power play. Hofstra already 1 for 1 tonight on the man advantage. With Dan Harchut getting on the board, they turn down to the top unit to see if they can do some damage. Good start here, draw one, right back to Van Aaron. Van Aaron over to Kinzer. Kinzer waits in front of the Stony Brook bench, gives over to Roy. Roy takes a bump back to Kinzer, walks in, fires. That one knocked down, blocked by Brendan Devaney. He clears out. So the penalty to Stony Brook. It goes against Brendan Gerstein for cross-checking. Gives Hofstra their second opportunity. Now they break. Man wipes out. It's now an odd man rush. The poke check in goal denies a shot. Guadagno, good read of the play. Cross-ice feed to Kinzer now. There's a chance for Van Aaron. Couldn't get a shot on. Now he's back on it. Van Aaron looks on goal, gives over. Here's Roy. Roy at the face-off dot, rips. Knocked down by Guadagno, and then cleared out. Good kill so far for Stony Brook, despite some good chances. Still half of the power play left. Kinzer leaves now with Cox, changing the unit. Cox almost lost his edge, kept his footing. Drives it in now to Del Panino. Comes over to the near side. Here's Kadyrov. Kadyrov closed off there on the near side boards. Stony Brook trying to clear up the wing. Loose puck. Controlled. Nice pass, finds Cox. Cox gives over. Kadyrov waits, rips, pad, stop. Guadagno still along the boards. Back to the point, Chris Colo fires. Pad stop, juicy rebound, comes over to the boards. Back down low, out in front, good setup play. And another shot sliding block by James Heinzen. Long shot from the point. In front after the stop. Guadagno got a piece with his blocker. Final seconds tip away as this one is sent all the way down the ice. Waiting the last second off the penalty clock, and then out of the box is the penalty taker Gerstein. Back to 5-on-5, but Hofstra breaks off the power play. Here's a shot from Kadyrov, just a looping shot, stopped by Guadagno. Back behind the net. Over to the far side. Gerstein trying to clear, finds Vaktorovic, but he can't get past the blue line. Sent over to the near side. taking a check. Kadyrov, this one finally leaves the zone. Now burst of steam for Gerstein. One-on-one with Chris Colo. Chris Colo clears him out. Great check by Chris Colo. He's had a couple of them in this game. Then another collision, but now a break. Here's a shot. They score. Sean Dewan levels it up at 1. Well, Hofstra there caught a little bit puck watching after the puck bounded free from a check. Sean Dewan received it there, driving in. One-on-one with Sikora, basically hard shot taken out of the play, and he beats him straight up. So brand new game here. 4:41 left to go in the first. Dewan gets the goal. The assist goes to Gerstein. Comes down to the far side here after the draw. Set things back up. 1-1 scoreline here at Freeport. This one sent down low. Feza has it for Hofstra. He resets now. Back to the point with McDonough. Over on the near side boards. A battle for it. Comes back around behind the net. Here's Devaney for Stony Brook. This one leaves the zone. Aloisio has to hustle to play it. Hurried along by Vorotnikov. Kept in by Stony Brook now on the near side. Player pinned to the boards, comes free out of the scrum, then right back into it. Still along the near side. Aloisio checks his man, Vorotnikov to the boards. Puck squirts to the far side. Driving in, nice move. Then lost the puck back to Mango. Mango sends around the blender here, only yellow jerseys there to take it. Aloisio tries to clear now with Fez up the near side. Then the breakout on the far side to Rook. Rook sends around to get a line change. Good hustle from Fez on the back end of the shift, keeps the puck in. Working here against Devaney, trying to get it free, but some help from Steven Richardson breaks it clear, but not out. Feza leaves to Van Aaron. Van Aaron rips one to the back door, looking for Matarazzo, couldn't connect. Cross-ice feed picked off, but finds Kinzer. Kinzer fakes the shot, creates room, fires. That one right into the chest of Guadagno. He holds on. Take a quick look at that one. Good setup play by Hofstra. Good hustle from Frank Feza to keep it in. Leaves off to this shot. Long shot from the blue line from Chris Cuolo, or rather from Kinzer. Faked the shot, then the second opportunity. Forced a save from Guadagno. Back around the net, Roy feeds one through, but missed the intended target, back the other way. Kitograd leaves over to Puccia, then leaves right back. Kitograd, pass takes a bounce, back to Puccia, gives over to the blue line with Mosheni. He's forced to vacate. Now Hofstra tries to break. Driving in Matarazzo. Matarazzo looks to the slot, poked away before he got a shot away. Good stick work from Nicholas Barker. This one takes a tip up and over the glass. So the faceoff stays in the attacking zone. Tying goal from Stony Brook in this one. Leaves us level at 1. Officially Dwan from Gerstein. Face off in the attacking zone, still a tie-up. Hofstra now comes away with possession. Casola forced off the puck. Stony Brook now trying to clear, and a reach of the stick from Chris Colo, couldn't do it. Falls with Puccia. Puccia driving up the left wing, puts on the brakes, waits for the trailer. Left behind, a slapper from Arena goes wide. Now back to the far side post, back to the blue line with Jake Lee. Lee works around Cox. Lost the puck. Arena has to leave the zone to keep possession. So laid offside as he dumps it back in. Now Hofstra working out here on the near side. Kadyrov advances, but not past Arena. Arena just gets enough on that one. Over to Kitograd, he lost it. Cox tries to drive in, but called down for offside. For Dewan, that goal is 4th of the year. 4 goals, 4 assists for number 68. Dewan, a native of Beijing, China, played in the U18 World Juniors for the Chinese national team. Here's a whistle and a penalty coming up. Looks like Hofstra might be heading off. Wait to be sure. Penalty box door opens and Chris Cuolo heads off. Chris Cuolo called for a penalty. Didn't see the signal there, but he's off for 2 minutes. That sends the Seawolves to their first power play. Minute 33 left to go in the first as Hofstra wins the draw. Looking to clear it out on the far side. Kept in, but then taken away. Matarazzo works in here 1-on-3. Just sends a shot. And it's held on to. And then left behind. I don't think Guadagno knew where that puck was. Fortunately, he had support from Devaney and avoided Matarazzo from just cashing in. Driving in here, Vrotnikov takes around wide, back to the point to Puccia. Puccia leaves to Vrotnikov. Nikita Vrotnikov now to Puccia. He just keeps in at the blue line. Resetting things. Puccia to Vrotnikov. One-timer, misses far side. Rebound finds the blue line to Devaney. Puccia. Pass takes a tip, still works to Vrotnikov. Puccia at the blue line, walks, fires. Sikora saves, rebound over to the far side. Kept in by Devaney, second try. Once again, Devaney holds. Third time's the charm for Hofstra. They clear out. Matarazzo, short-handed, tries a break. Just sends around the boards here into the final minute of the first. Well into it, actually, as penalty time would spill over into the second period if Stony Brook can't find one in the final 20 seconds. One last look here. Nikita Vrotnikov on the left wing, now drives into the middle. Vrotnikov leads back to Duan. Duan over to the far side, time ticking away. Puccia, one last shot, takes a block out into the neutral zone, 5 seconds left. Duan holds up and he'll just let the final seconds tick away. And we head into the locker rooms all tied up at 1. Well, the first goal of the period went to Hofstra. A power play strike from Dan Hartchut made it 1-0. But then Sean Duan, the veteran of the Chinese national team, leveled us up at 1 goal apiece, and that's where we stand after the first 20 minutes. Shots on goal in that first period, an edge for Hofstra of 15-8. But on the big board where it matters, they're all tied up. We'll take a break here for the intermission, but don't go anywhere. Second period between Hofstra and Stony Brook still to come here on the LI Sports Network.
I've done games where we got like close to 500.
What?
I've done.
I'm sure like when you get to tournaments and stuff, a lot of the competitors will be.
I should have like if we do the full games again, I would love to do that. Now honestly, if it's like Australia,
That would be so cool.
that's gonna be a journey.
It's gotta be Becky, Amy, yours.
Honestly, yeah.
Wait,
Welcome back to the Freeport Bubble for the second period between the Hofstra Pride and the Stony Brook Seawolves. My name is Ian Binky, and you're watching the LI Sports Network. All tied up at 1 after one period of play. We'll take a quick look around at other action for the Hofstra Pride and their sports teams when we get a chance after the first whistle. But we're turning our attention right here to the ice. Lone goal for Hofstra in that first period went to Dan Hardshut. And then Sean Dewan leveled it for Stony Brook. That's where we stand after one period. Hardshut's goal was on the power play. As Stony Brook is getting some last words of wisdom from their head coach here before they're set to go. Period with the long change here in the second. So Stony Brook going from right to left now. Hofstra going from left to right. The linesman waiting for the good to go from the goalies. He gets it, the puck drops. Stony Brook takes possession, and we are underway here in the middle frame. This one up the far side, taken by Puccia now. He's moving now through neutral. Puccia drives in, hits it around, comes over to Richardson, or on the far side, rather that's Faktorovich. This one to the blue line. Vorotnikov keeps in. This one dropping off, then back wide. Collecting here, Faktorovich, looking to get it out in front, bounds wide, kept in by Devaney. He sends down to the opposite corner. Vorotnikov leaves the point to keep it alive. Dylan Kinzer cuts that off, flipped up and out of the zone, and they leave here now with Casola. That Casola sends around the boards, leaving the net to knock this one down, Guadagno. Some miscorrection there to send the forechecker the wrong way. Nikita Vorotnikov now trying to leave. Vorotnikov leads the pass a little bit too far. Kadyrov keeps in, takes a check though, the puck bounds out of the zone. Now on the far side, Stony Brook brings it right back in. Here's a shot, Sikora saves, rebound left right there. Del Panino clears the danger. Now it's a chance to drive. Here's Jordan Cox. Cox drives around, tries to get to the backhand, instead goes off his stick. Into the corner now, Cox keeps it in. Flipped off the boards, Cox drives, this one misses. Puck now taken right in front of the goal. Lucas Puccia plays along with Vorotnikov. Vorotnikov drops for Lucas Puccia. He's sent back out of the zone. Good work by Van Aaron right there to drive him back. Chris Del Panino now on it for Hofstra. Hofstra had to leave the zone there. The puck came in before everyone tagged back up. Here's Roy. Roy sending around to Van Aaron. He lets it go through. Here's a shot, looking for a tip from Matarazzo, just missed. Chris Cola lines, fires, gets a piece of the defender right there, Puccia. And this sets a break for Stony Brook. Puccia on the tail end of his shift, gives over to the far side. Here's a shot, Sikora saves, and he gets the whistle. So for the Hofstra Pride here in other action, we'll give you the bad news first. Hofstra volleyball just dropped a 5-set affair to Charleston. Charleston swept them down in South Carolina. And in good news, Hofstra men's soccer up 3-0 on Delaware at halftime. Hofstra trying to win their third consecutive championship, but here's a break. Roy waits, gets around the defender. Devin Roy couldn't get the shot away. Good recovery there to take it away. That was Gerstein getting back for Stony Brook, took away a breakaway. Van Aaron left behind there, intercepted. Coming through neutral now, here's Dewan. Dewan drives around. He has the lone goal of the game for Stony Brook, sent to the boards. Puck out in front, here's a shot. Edmonds missed the net. Still in a dangerous area here, pointed back to Lee. He's crossed up, this leaves the zone. Break for Hofstra, they're able to change. But for men's soccer, Ryan Carmichael, a brace in the first half, has Hofstra just 45 minutes away from a third straight CAA championship. This pass too far ahead of Dewan. He was caught offside, so this will be an icing. Unfinished business here for the Hofstra Pride hockey team. Still tied up at 1 with Stony Brook here, early stage of the second period. Attacking zone draw, Joey Schnatter in to take it against a Tyler Edmonds, who's a little bit fatigued, here's a whistle as the puck was dropped. Some confusion there with Dewan. He was off heading towards the bench before the puck was dropped. They reset it here. Have to drop the puck again. It's again Schnatter against Edmonds. Schnatter wins it over on the near side. Rook trying to get it in around. Cut off there before it reached Feza. Rook back to it, but now comes away with Stony Brook. Here's Sean Dewan. Backhand pass over to Gerstein, changing on the fly. Gerstein in down low, hit to the boards, loses possession. Good check there by Kinzer. It sets up the possession now for Hofstra. This pass just beyond Schnatter, but they set it up down low. Schnatter hit down to the ice. Good check by Jake Lee. Hofstra still on the puck. Here's Jake Rook. Rook sends around now to the near side. Nobody there in yellow. Now race to the puck. Stony Brook able to leave. This one down the ice, though. Has enough for icing. It does, but they wash it out. Del Panino bested to that puck there in the corner as they wave away the icing. But now they move away with it now. Here comes Hofstra. Casola on the far side. Matt Casola drives in, rather that's Kinzer. Kinzer wheels around, waits, leaves behind here to Rook. Rook now to Schnatter. Schnatter looking to get in the slot. Nobody knew where the puck was. Stony Brook able to clear. Kinzer hustles back to get it. Puck stalling here in neutral. Feza trying to break. Hits it to the boards here, allows fresh forwards on the ice for Hofstra. Pass across, finds Cox. Toe drag from Cox around Ketograd, back to the point. Shot goes wide, hits someone in front instead. Here's Barker looking to clear. Chop at the stick, now bounds away. Barker breaking now for Stony Brook, brings it wide. Nicholas Barker tries to dangle through, lost the puck. Comes now with Kadyrov. Kadyrov looking for Casola, couldn't connect. This kept in, pass intercepted, cleared all the way down. Has enough for icing, but Cox was clearly going to win the race. They whistle it down. We'll see where this face-off comes. They're going to say that was a mistaken icing call, allowing Hofstra to change. Face-off comes to center ice. Yeah, Cox immediately protested that because he was clearly going to win the race for icing to wash it out. Instead, the play was blown dead by mistake. Head coach Rob Kelly, none too pleased with the call still, taking away a potential attacking opportunity. Face-off won by Casola, trying to drive it right back in. This kept forward. Here's a chance. The shot knocked down, still left there, back to the point. McDonough gives over right in front to Kadyrov. Comes back to McDonough. He chips around. Cox sends a man to the ice. Dangles over to Aloisio. Aloisio sends over to the near side. This one advanced around the boards. Collapsing is McDonough to go get it. Kadyrov here for Hofstra on the near side. Keeping in. Into the slot. The shot. Hit someone in front. Good block. This one flipped forward by Hofstra. Loizio sends in, keeping fresh forwards out. Risky play by Guadano to leave the crease to get it. Works out and it sends Hofstra short-handed here after a check behind the play. And a boarding call sends Hofstra back to the PK. It's a penalty called over on the near side. So Aloisio for boarding. Here, 13:44 left in the second. Stony Brook back to the man advantage. 0 for 1 so far tonight. It's a face-off. Won by Stony Brook. They set it up. This one comes out of the zone on a miscued pass. Vorotnikov leaves the puck over from Guadagno, leaving his goalie to play it. Setting up here, early stages of the power play, early stages of the second period. Hoping to set it up, the slingshot over to Vorotnikov. He gains the blue line, lost the puck there, but then gives it over. Here's Richardson, slot pass, trying to get it in front, and before he could drag it to his forehand, Heinzen lost it. Deflected puck, patted over to the corner by Sikora. Now to the near side, Puccia. Puccia leaves off to Heinzen. Heinzen checked, and a hard shot all the way down. Good clear by the Pride. They're able to change if they so choose. Instead, they leave the same skaters out. Matarazzo lurking there. Working over. Find its way to Devaney. Devaney now to the far side. Richardson. That shot knocked down. Settling back for Rutnikov at the point. He walks, waits, gives over to Richardson, one out of his reach. Comes back behind the net, now Richardson's on it. Down low, Richardson looking out in front. Back to the point, Devaney. Devaney sets the cycle up. Down low, the pass in front, and he missed it. Set up to perfection to Dewan, but he couldn't hit the net. Vrotnikov settles it back down, giving over to Edmonds. That shot in front, down by Sikora, still there. Deflected away and wide. Player tumbles to the ice, and Richardson pinning the puck against the boards. Harchut willing to keep it there, but now it comes out and free. Hofstra sends down the ice. Penalty box door opens. Aloisio leaves. We're back to 5-on-5. Long pass finds Edmonds after the power play expires. Edmonds brings in the give and go. Edmonds rips. Sikora saves. Edmonds took his time there. Is a little bit interesting, because if he took it quick, he had Sikora caught out of position. A long pass down the ice to Tyler Edmonds was a good one, setting that play up. A give and go to Edmonds, but he just couldn't quite settle the puck down in time to get a quick shot away. His shot from Mango tipped high in the air off the stick of Cox. Comes over to the far side corner. Stony Brook trying to drive it out in front. Pass knocked away. Hofstra desperately trying to clear. It's kept in. A good check, but it comes over to Edmonds. Edmonds out in front. Pad stops Sikora. Second shot. Another great save. Peter Sikora, a couple good saves. Keeps it tied. Now a break at the other end for Hofstra. Kadyrov chasing it down. Works in around the check of Nicholas Mango. Set out in front to Cox. Cox lost it to Edmonds. Now Dewan driving forward. Chance to move here for Stony Brook. Gerstein. He sends one on. Sticked away by Sikora. A check to the boards. No call. Ruled a clean play. As this puck bounds out. Forcing to play it is Guadagno due to a streaking Hofstra forechecker. This center out. To it first for Stony Brook. Kiergrad. Kiergrad's pass left the zone. That sends Arena out to get it. Good forecheck. Forcing the issue from Rook. Rook's still fighting for it. Now he's almost got possession. This whistle down for offside. And a arm up in the air and a hook. So a whistle for hooking. See which penalty box door opens. Right now the Hofstra door is open. Nobody into the box. They're signaling Rook off. So just as Hofstra killed one penalty, Jake Rook back to the box for a hook. So the penalty killers from Hofstra early on here in the second, now into the middle stages, doing some big work. Killing one, now back out there. They've killed 2 penalties so far, but Stony Brook, a team that will make you pay if they get a lot of opportunities. 10 power play strikes this year as Vrotnikov sets it up. He's at the blue line. Nikita Vrotnikov gives over. Waiting, Puccia fires. This one sneaks through and back to the boards. Mango over to Puccia, now Vrotnikov. Waits, fires, pad stop, rebound right in the slot. And Faktorovich couldn't get a shot away. Harchut able to clear. This one comes down all the way to the other end of the ice. Halfway through this hockey game, still tied at 1. Seawolves on the power play. Vrotnikov flips over to the near side. Finds Nicholas Mango. Mango sets it up. Puccia rips one up the glass. At the blue line, Heinzen tries to send around the boards. It stalls there. Heinzen right at the blue line trying to keep, sent out by the Pride and Devin Roy. Roy hustling, hurrying Vorotnikov to go get it. Roy tumbles him down to the ice. Here's a chance to break. Roy tries a sharp angle shot. Guadagno able to hold, but now plays over to keep play moving. Here's Puccio on the far side. He drives around, stick check, deters that one wide. Lucas Puccia wheeling around, gives over. Vorotnikov rips. That one hit traffic in front, looked like Hartshut got the block. Van Aaron flips up high out of the zone. Here, see if Van Aaron can get to it, rather Matarazzo, but doesn't matter. This one whistled down, played with the high stick. And it was played with the high stick by Stony Brook, so a defensive zone draw to deal with 33 seconds left on their man advantage. Face off to the right side of Guadagno. Hofstra wins it, trying to set it up here short-handed. Comes over to Matarazzo, pinned to the glass. Points it to Kinzer. Kinzer tries a long-range shot, stick to side, Guadagno over into the corner. Hofstra's short-handed here, but doing good work setting up offense. Kinzer walks in, fires, glove save Guadagno. Play whistle dead. It did lay on the ice for a moment, but Hofstra won't mind. Another offensive zone draw, 12 seconds left on the penalty kill. Well, sometimes they do say the best defense is offense, and that's what they're doing right now. Just keeping the puck in a dangerous attacking position. Well, down a man. They lose out on this draw, comes back behind to Brendan Devaney. Devaney with Puccia driving it out, closing seconds of their third power play of the game. Over on the far side, Puccia rips one, glove save Sikora, and penalty expires as the whistle blows. Still a 1-1 hockey game here, no further scoring here in the second period to this point. Shots on goal now as they stand. Stony Brook with a slight edge, 20-19. They've been pouring it on here in the middle frame. They win this attacking zone draw, look to get another one in. This pass doesn't work out over on the far side, bounds free. Hofstra trying to break out. Stick was tied up there with Kinzer. That prevented a breakout. Faktorovich trying to set it up for the Seawolves. This one now over to the far side, working to get it. Casola, he was tied up. And the whistle here. Applause from the Hofstra bench, or the backup goalies in the penalty box, as the whistle here is for slashing, which sends Brendan Devaney, it seems, to the bench. No. Wait to see who it is heading to the box here, if anyone at all. There it is. It's Brett Kitograd to the box. So Hofstra back to the power play. 1 for 2 so far tonight. Still tied at 1. Hartshut back out there. He got the power play strike in the first. It was set up by Kadyrov, so it's that same unit. The second unit, if you will, for Hofstra, but they've converted so far tonight. This clearing attempt leaves the field of play, so it comes back into the defensive zone for Stony Brook. Another face-off to the right side of Nicholas Guadagno. Stony Brook wins it. They're able to clear. So far in this one, 19 saves for Sikora, 18 for Guadagno. Just 1 goal apiece for these two teams. Hofstra trying to move it up in the near side, turned over. Lee shorthanded. Lee drives in, gives over to Edmonds. They circle around. Lee fires one stick save. Sikora, as they still keep it in the zone. Stony Brook shorthanded here. But much like Hofstra killing the penalty, trying to set up some offense, but now here's Cox. Jordan Cox lost the puck on the drag. Comes out to Chris Colo. In the neutral zone, trying to set it up. Circles now to the forehand side. Slow pass, never reached Hartshut. Lee breaks shorthanded, then taken away by Van Aaron. Hofstra just unable to set anything up here. This pass underneath the stick of Kadyrov, cleared down by the Seawolves yet again. Under a minute to go on the power play. This pass picked off by Lee. He's been a thorn in their side on this power play. Sends this one into the opposite corner now. Kadyrov settles down for the Pride. Kadyrov, his pass intercepted right in front, and a great poke check by Sikora denied a breakaway chance from Gerstein. Now Hofstra trying to recover, get it some offense working on the man advantage. Kadyrov, drop pass Matarazzo, he fires, glove save Guadagno. They finally get a shot away, but not before near disaster at the other end. Take a look at that. Is just a disastrous turnover right in front. An intercepted pass from Brendan Gerstein lurking in behind the play. Setting up a breakaway right in front, mano a mano, but Sikora able to stick out his stick before Gerstein got a shot on. Face off to the right side of Guadagno, 20 seconds on the power play. Seawolves win it, they flip it down. This one came all the way on goal. Sikora had to put his stick on it. This one knocked down over to the far side, Matarazzo to it. He's bested there, breaking in. Here's Barker. Barker just winds around, takes into the corner to wind the final seconds off the clock. Kitograd is free, or back to even strength, as the puck left behind to Dylan Kinzer. Kinzer trying a long pass up the near side. Couldn't reach Van Aaron. This goes down for icing. So a power play there that just does not work. For Hofstra, more chances for Stony Brook there while shorthanded. Stony Brook wins this draw, already in the attacking zone. Wiped out there. Here's Devin Roy with a chance. Roy waiting for support. Mango falls back. Roy tries to drag, comes over to Matarazzo, looking for one more to Van Aaron, missed the pass. Van Aaron on the puck now, back to Matarazzo. He rips, blocker stop. Now Stony Brook tries to break free. They got a 3-on-2 developing. Frutnikov on the far side. He leaves over to Puccia. His pass miscued. Now Hofstra breaks through. Roy trying to work around his man. Comes over to the near side, far side, excuse me. This sent in by Kinzer, allowing them to complete a change. Driving in, Mango. Mango fires, knocked down by Sikora. Now he covers it. Quick look at the NFL scoreboard for those of you keeping tabs there. The Jets don't play until later this week. They play the Chargers on Monday night. Shot right off the draw, sticked away by Sikora. Giants on the bye week, so New York fans having to watch around on this Sunday. Here's a breakthrough from Rook. Rook gains possession just on the right side of the blue line, setting ground for Feza. The freshman Frank Feza loses the puck there on the far side. Comes over here with Gerstein. Gerstein trying to set up the break out to Dewan. Couldn't connect. As now Feza settles down for the Pride. Looking for Rook here. Couldn't find it tape to tape, but they do wash out the icing. Spinning around, looking for more room on the near side. Finding it is Lee. Lee's pass here misses Dewan. See if they whistle it for icing. Well, they might have, but Sikora played it with his stick to wash it out. Hofstra has to play all the way down the ice. They lose it to Gerstein. Looking for Lee here at the point. Never quite reached him, but still on the near side. Rook trying to get it out, lost it. Edmonds sends in for Dewan in the corner. Back to Lee out of his reach all the way down the ice. Pass comes right in front of us here in the booth. Long pass to Dewan. Takes a bump as he hits it back in the zone. This pass right in front. Takes a tip, goes wide. Here's a chance for Cox. Cox in alone. Jake Cox rings the post. Jordan Cox with a 1-on-0 and just couldn't get it on net. What a chance for Jordan Cox. He's on the puck now. That's Kadyrov. Sending it around, cutting away, Jake Lee. The far side now, Hofstra reestablishes. Jordan Cox fires. This takes a deflection up and out of play. But what an outstanding chance for Jordan Cox just a few moments ago, a breakaway. He beat Guadagno on the blocker side, but also couldn't get it on goal, just tinged off the post. This one pinned back in. Stony Brook now driving in on the near side. Chris Colo takes away. Chris Colo bounds off the boards. Over on the far side now, Kadyrov. Kadyrov flips in. This one comes to the near side. Devaney settles down. 2:15 left to go here in the second. Hofstra takes away. Casola in the slot. Leaves off. Here's a shot. Deflected off the stick of Cox, then covered up. Exactly 2:01 left to go here in the second. Hofstra wins the draw, comes to Roy. Roy tries a shot, he scores! Devin Roy through traffic. Guadagno never saw it, and the Pride are back in front. Just right off their draw. The Pride win it, goes right back to Roy. Some chaos off the draw, goes through a couple of wickets, and it might have gone through the wickets of Guadagno as well. The Pride find themselves in front from Devin Roy's strike, his 6th goal of the year. Pride win the draw and set it right back up. Devin Roy strikes, gives them a 1-goal lead. We'll see if they can hold it here at the end of the second. This one goes up and off the ceiling. So the face-off comes here. See, looks like it's coming to neutral ice. Goal right now, no assists given. We'll see if they eventually give the helper to Matarazzo to keep his point streak alive. Feel like he does deserve it. It was off a face-off win. Comes back in deep with Mosheni. Mosheni tries to clear up the near side. Richardson takes a hit, but now finds Vorotnikov. This one comes now to James Heinzen. Heinzen driving through. He's held up there, legally so. Goes over to the far side. Vorotnikov, nice move around. Just a big presence. Hard to move him off the puck, but now Hofstra's on it. Here's Van Aaron. 2-on-2 through neutral. Finds Roy. Roy rips one, stick to side by Guadagno over to the far side. Passing right out in front comes to Matarazzo. Matarazzo rips. That one got a piece of the glove. During the final minute of the second, this just leaves the zone. Chris Colo has to go get it. Just sends one on net. Guadagno makes a stop. Hofstra caught here a bad line change. Richardson moves in. Richardson evades the hip check. Leaves off for the pass, but nobody there. This clearing attempt glove down. Great work there to keep it in by Arena. But now it comes out with Hofstra. Here's Cox. Cox just missed that breakaway moments ago. Matarazzo leaves for Cox. Tries the spinning shot. Lost it as he went for the puck. 35 seconds to go. Stony Brook looking for another rush. Chris Colo closes his man out. Finds Dewan. Dewan drop pass. Edmonds fires. Looking for the back door. Dewan wasn't there. This one leaves the zone. Cox has to hurry. 20 seconds. Cox lost it on the drag, but it left right there. Maybe one last chance here for Lee if he hurries. Lee tries the spring pass. He finds Dewan. Dewan rips one far on the near side. Puck still stalls here on the near side. Final seconds ticking away as it leaves the zone, and that brings an end to the second period. Well, it was back and forth, a defensive battle for just about 18 minutes of that period, but with 2 minutes left to go, Devin Roy put the Pride in front, and that's where we stand. After 2 periods, it's the Hofstra Pride 2, the Stony Brook Seawolves 1. Don't go too far, folks. Third period should be a thriller, and it's coming next here on the LI Sports Network. Welcome back here to the Freeport Rec Center, getting set for the third period between the Hofstra Pride and the Stony Brook Seawolves. Hofstra Pride just took a 2-1 lead in the closing stages of the second period. Devin Roy, with his 6th goal of the year, has given the Pride that 1-goal edge. We've been keeping an eye on the CAA Soccer Championship, an update there. A 4-0 lead now for the Hofstra Pride. It's a brace now for both Ryan Carmichael and Shane Salmon. Pride have 7 shots on goal. They have not allowed a single shot on goal from Delaware to this point. They are now 18 minutes away from their 3rd straight conference title. And meanwhile, for the NFL, a quick look across action there. The Vikings have a 24-21 lead over the Falcons, a 37-3 lead for the Ravens over the Seahawks in the 4th, 27-0 lead for the Browns over the Cardinals in the 4th. The Packers have a 13-3 lead over the Rams, and the Texans-Bucks are tied at 30 with 11 minutes left in the 4th. The Commanders have a 20-17 lead over the Patriots in the late stage of the 4th. And the Saints have a 24-17 lead over the Bears. Attention turns back here to Freeport, though. The biggest action here for our viewing pleasure. The Pride have a 2-1 lead over Stony Brook. We're underway for the third period. The Seawolves get the first possession. Dewan trying to move over the right wing. Instead, Matarazzo takes away. He sends over into the middle. That one chipped ahead. Stony Brook has a chance here to move. Edmonds drives wide, sends one through. Dewan just couldn't get a shot away, had it on the back doorstep. Now over to Mango at the point. He sends right back around the blender looking for Dewan. He's got it. Dewan out in front, they score! The beautiful setup from Sean Dewan finds Brandon Gerstein in front. We're level at 2. Just a great setup there between Dewan and Gerstein. Dewan attracted the defense for Hofstra, drove everyone down low behind the net. Gerstein just right out in front, left all alone, and as quickly as Hofstra got out in front at the closing stage of the second, just 30 seconds in, we're level at 2. Gerstein's goal is 4th of the year. Goal and an assist in this game for Gerstein. Having a solid performance out there, looking for one more to give Stony Brook their first lead of the game. Here's Cox for Hofstra, trying to move it in. He can't do it. It's discerned right back out to neutral ice. Hartshut will dump in. Kicked over to the near side. Sent back deeper and then lofted onto Puccia. Puccia has some company there with Faktorovich. It's taken away by Hofstra. Cox, though, spun in a circle. He lost it. Potential 2-on-1 there, breaking with Faktorovich, but he can't keep possession. Comes over to the near side. This flipped down over to the near side boards. Kept in by Brett Ketergrad. Ketergrad gloves down, another clearing attempt. Sent in around to Lucas Puccia. Puccia takes down wide, then points it. Here's Lee. Lee sends to Arena. He lost the puck. Recollects, sends back down deep. Here's Ketergrad working against Chris Colo there on the far side. Gets it over to Puccia. Back to the point. Puccia rips one, stick to side by Sikora. Over into the corner. Hofstra trying to clear. They get it down. It's whistled dead. They say the puck went out of play, so it's a defensive zone draw for Hofstra, but they are permitted to change. It's a break there for the Pride because it looked like that puck might have gone down for icing, but instead they're able to change. They get the top line back out there. Matarazzo loses his draw though. Comes back to Chris Colo. He clears out with Roy. Roy on the left wing. He rips. That's one goes wide. Setting up now to the point. Chris Colo back around. Looking to get it out in front. Has Van Aaron. Stick checked away though. Good sweeping stick by Mosheni, who was down on the ice. Vrotnikov sent down to the ice. Good check by Dan Hartshut. Puck still in the zone here. Barker. Barker rips one. Hit tracking in front. And rebound comes all the way to the boards. There's a loose stick on the ice. It's now picked up by Richardson, cleared out by Hofstra. Matarazzo right in front of us here in the booth. He hits into Devin Roy. Some friendly fire there. It's Slate smile as they break up. Play continues. Play behind the net now. Nicholas Barker for Stony Brook. Playing catch with a teammate, trying to drive it out. Now they have Richardson. Steven Richardson sends around the boards. Allows the Seawolves to go off for a change. Hofstra trying to take advantage of this. This bumped forward now. Finds the attacking Kadyrov. Kadyrov rips one that goes wide. They do set it up though. This one comes down low to Feza. Feza out in front looking for Schnatter. Just missed him. Here's Rook. Rook setting over to Chris Colo. Chris Colo takes a dump but finds Rook. Rook in front. A shot held onto by Guadagno. Great look there on the setup. Good hustle to set up that play. Just getting it there into the zone. Rook driving hard on the net. Not much room to shoot there, but able to get it on. Guadagno makes a stop. Long shot from the blue line, knocked down in front. Player to the ice, trying to clear it. Hofstra keeps it in. This comes back now behind the net. Rook hustling to get it in front of Mango. Mango pins Rook to the boards. He holds him there. Puck kicked free out of the scrum. Over now, driving it to the near side. Can't clear out on the first try. Hofstra sends it right back in deep once again. Poke attempt, sticked aside, and the long shot. Guadagno able to get a piece of it. Still over here in the zone. Good work by Rook on the forecheck. They leave the zone voluntarily, setting it back up with Del Panino. Chris Del Panino sends it into the opposite corner, allowing Hofstra to complete the change that they started. Kinzer holds in at the blue line, sending around the boards, finds Feza in behind the net. Feza looking to get it out in front, instead points to Kinzer. Kinzer walks in, down to Feza, looking into the slot, sends around behind the net instead. Taking away here with some steam, Gerstein. Gerstein up the left wing. He rips, fires, misses high. Rebound hard enough to leave the zone. Hofstra back on it now, flipping up and over to Cox. He's onside. Cox right in the slot. Jordan Cox, a backhand shot. Tricky stops, rebound, another save. Two quick saves from Guadagno, keeping Stony Brook level. Attempted clear, held in by Cox. This time leaves. Cox pins it right back in for a change. Forechecking, Kadyrov sends Lee back to the other side. Loses it. Cox fires. That was a high shot, but Guadagno able to stop. Game-tying goal came just 30 seconds into it. Brandon Gerstein from Sean Dewan levels us at 2. Attacking zone draw, shot right off, and another stop from Guadagno. It's a similar setup there with the second goal, with Roy getting the shot off the draw. See if they try it again. They win it over towards Roy's direction. Aloisio has to chase it down on the far side. Comes right back to that far side point. Battle for it, just leaves the zone. Aloisio resets. Patrick McDonough now on the near side. Bounces hard off the boards, didn't get the right angle. Puck turned over, bounces off a hand. Washed it off there after Stony Brook touched up. Van Aaron sends one from beyond the blue line over to the near side. Looking to get it out in front, it's right there. Roy couldn't get a shot away. Puck bounds all the way to the blue line, hustling to keep it in. A spinning shot from Van Aaron knocked down in front. Now they bring it out. Vaktorovich brings it in. Jonathan Vaktorovich lost it. Player wipes out. Player without a stick. Hofstra playing momentarily short-handed here as the puck comes over to the near side. Breaks away. Roy just dumps in. He got to the center ice line. This allows them to change. No icing. Clock continues to move. 13:42 left in the third. Moving in, Steven Richardson. Richardson dumps in. McDonough there for Hofstra. Richardson clears him out. Comes over to the point. A hard slapper. This one misses. Rebound over to the near side. A hard check from Kadyrov, showing his physicality. And then another check into the boards. This is a boarding call. That sends Hofstra to the box. A little bit of frustration there after McDonough takes the board. Well, so far for the Hofstra penalty kill, it's been so far so good, but you don't want to keep on going to the box, especially in a tie game. You give a strong power play like Stony Brook just a lot of opportunities. They're bound to convert eventually. Face off to the left side of Sikora. Hofstra wins the draw, unable to clear. Vrotnikov keeps in. His shot high, and holding on to it is Sikora. Spilled it for a moment, but able to find it on the ice. That one another shot on goal. Now stands 33-30. Slight advantage for Hofstra, but still no separation on the big board. Seawolves win the draw, comes back to Vrotnikov, leaves to Puccia, back to Vrotnikov. He dangles around, lost the puck on the stick handle, it leaves the zone. Lucas Puccia circles back, takes it, finds Richardson on the far side, he can't collect. Chris Colo tries to wrap around the boards to clear. Vrotnikov seals, but not completely. Brendan Devaney fanned on the first pass over to Vrotnikov, but now finds him. Richardson works with Puccia, he's in. Lucas Puccia sent wide by Hartshut. Back to Vrotnikov. He walks in, he fires. That one missed wide. Here's Mango, the far side boards, sets it up to Richardson. Richardson has a look. That knocked down by Cox. Still over at the boards. Sent to the ice by Chris Colo. Puck taken away. Here's Vrotnikov. Working over to Puccia, cross ice feed, looking for Mango, bounces off his stick, has to reset. Pass deflected, comes in down low. Richardson bounces off the boards now to the near side. Held there, pointed to Vrotnikov. Nikita Vrotnikov walks in, fires, deflected, a rebound from Puccia, goes wide. Vrotnikov looking in front, good setup. Richardson couldn't get the shot on. Pass bounces away, looking for Heinzen, comes to Vrotnikov instead. Nikita Vrotnikov holding, bounces to Nicholas Mango. His pass deflected, held by Hofstra, flipped over to Cox, he leaves the zone. Important clearance there, partial line change, but not completely. Here's Puccia, nice move by Puccia, but sticked aside by Sikora. Danger not clear. Roy hassling there. Getting to Puccia, kick save. Sikora with a great stop. This flipped down the ice. We're back to even strength here, but pressure still heaping on for Stony Brook. Edmonds escapes the check from Roy. He's back in. Edmonds gives it to Vrotnikov. He drags around, loses it. Over to the near side. Hofstra trying to clear, able to do so. This one bounces away. Looking for Van Aaron. Defender wipes out, allows Hofstra to set it up. Van Aaron quickly closed off over on the right wing, still has it, chipped over into the middle. Dewan lets it go. Now it comes over on the far side to Brendan Gerstein. Brendan Gerstein fires, he scores! Gerstein with a laser gives Stony Brook their first lead of the game. Just a slow developing play, didn't seem like much was going on there. Gerstein found some room, minimal room, and then the stick right there to the defender provided enough of a screen that Sikora couldn't react in time. So now for the first time today, the Pride trails Stony Brook. The score stands at 3-2. See if the Pride can mount a response. 2 in a row here from Stony Brook out of the gates in the third. One comes to the far side, Jason Kitograd setting things up for the Stony Brook Seawolves. Long pass out of the zone, finds Kitograd. He sends it in, back around to the far side. Race to the puck, won by Aiden Latham. Latham in a scrum, poked free. Hofstra trying to get it out. That's kicked free to the blue line, but not out. Arena leaves back, circling around Jake Lee. Lee hassled by Rook. He loses the puck. Hofstra trying to clear. Feza shakes off a check, moving it down the right wing. Feza holds up, puts on the brakes. Puck comes over to the near side, and Kinzer sends along boards. Players collapsing there into the far side corner, comes free. Marquez circling, pass off a skate, comes to Kinzer. Kinzer has a break. Dylan Kinzer fires, high blocker side. Now breaking the other way, here's Jonathan Faktorovich. Faktorovich rips one, pad stops Sakura. He gobbles it up and holds on. 9:14 left to go here in the third. Stony Brook just out in front. The official scoring on that goal, an unassisted strike for Gerstein. For Gerstein in this game now, 3 points, 2 goals, and an assist. If you had to name your first star of the game, it'd be him, but this one's not over. Far from it, in fact. Still 9 minutes to play. Pass comes out into the slot, taken away by Timur Kadyrov. Kadyrov hurried here. It sends around the boards. Barker holds it in. Barker fires through traffic, but goes wide. That was a shot begging for a deflection. Cox throws the body around. Couldn't get the puck to leave the zone. Now it does with Casola. Casola one-on-one here. Driving around, wide of Barker. Gets it in front. Nobody there to cash in on a rebound. Hard shut, keeps in for Hofstra. Long shot. Guadagno holds it in. A pass comes through as Casola's still down on the ice here at the point. High shot, blocker down. Play continues because Chris Colo pounds it back in. They try to clear here on the near side, setting it up. Kadyrov closes for Hofstra. They get it out of the zone. Hard shut. Hurried here on the near side. Kadyrov sends in. Pass bounces off the stanchion of the boards. Dead in right there, keeping in Van Aaron. Van Aaron dangles around. Van Aaron fires. This one goes wide. Might have taken a deflection before it reached the net. Stony Brook still unable to clear. Van Aaron, a long shot. Knocked down by Vorotnikov, still in the slot. Kadyrov waits at the dot. He fires this one off the end boards. Nowhere near the net, but Hofstra applying the pressure. Still at the near side boards. Puck just leaves the zone as play whistled dead. And they're telling someone to get off the ice. Dan Hartshut has his helmet off here. And they're going to get coincidental roughing minors to Kitograd and Casola. Or rather, Hartshut. So we stay even strength here. It's 4-on-4. So some pushing and shoving there. The officials decide to just keep things even. Face off right where play ended there outside the Hofstra attacking zone on the near side. Face off won by the Pride, comes back to Del Panino. Kinzer takes a shove from Mango as he dumps in. Devaney over on the far side trying to set something up. Instead pounded back over to the near side. They reestablish there. Tyler Edmonds moving over on the far side now. A pass doesn't work out with Devaney. Kadyrov drags in, doesn't have the numbers, but waits for them to come. Kadyrov sets it up. He fires, glove save. Guadagno, and he doesn't know where it is. They decided not to blow the blade dead. Looked like it was caught in his glove, but we keep moving. Del Panino left back to Kinzer. Over a minute to go here on the 4-on-4. Some more real estate to work with. There's a collision on the boards. Ruled clean, we keep moving. Officials holding the whistles in their pockets here. Loose puck. Del Panino having to rush Guadagno there. He got to stick to it. Play continues over on the near side. Player left over to the bench, so possession falls to Stony Brook. Here's Gerstein on the far side. Gerstein closed off by a pair of Hofstra defenders. Puck left on. Arena takes a big check. Comes all the way to Kinzer. His flip kept in. That was Lee over there, but now cleared out. Hofstra moving in. Here's Van Aren's shot, sticked aside by Guadagno. Back over to the near side. Lee for Stony Brook, working around Van Aren, gets it over to Puccia. Lucas Puccia evades a couple of sweeping sticks, sends into the corner. Final 7 seconds of the 4-on-4. This one back around to the point. Not held in. Both players out of the box. Back to 5-on-5 with 5.5 left to go in regulation. It's sent around to Feza. In the slot to Matarazzo. Didn't get all of it on the shot. And Guadagno opted to go to the stomach to deaden that one. An update from the Hofstra Soccer Stadium. Your men's soccer team, 3-time consecutive conference champions. Congrats to them. They win it 4-1. Stony Brook leaves the zone. Hofstra tries to send it back in. That pass intercepted by Barker. And pinballed right back in. Back on the far side. Rook looking to clear, held in at the blue line. Sent around the boards by Mosheni. Hofstra working in here, trailing by a goal. Over on the far side, sent in slowly on the cage, then directed wide of the net by Guadagno. Attempted keep, they just able to do it. Feza a long shot, hit traffic in front. Circling back around, here's a shot from Aloisio. That one knocked down by Heinzen. Chris Colo keeps in, back around the boards. Knocked around here, a hard hit. Puck stays in the corner. Around behind the net, Richardson looking to clear, keeping in Chris Colo. Chris Colo nearly tripped up, just rolls a shot on. Guadagno hugs it into his chest. So Hofstra keeping the pressure on, but just unable to get the puck really to the front of the net for a dangerous shot. A lot of their chances being kept around on the perimeter. 4:14 left here in the third to find an equalizer. Go-ahead goal right now belongs to Stony Brook's Brendan Gerstein. See if that stands here, if Hofstra can get another one on the board. Poked around behind the net by Nicholas Guadagno. Stony Brook can't clear, they keep it in. Van Aren sending across, looking for Matarazzo and appeals for an interference call. Not gonna get one. This shot takes the deflection behind for Roy. Comes over to Matarazzo, tries a backhand feed into the slot, deterred. Sent back around here, pass intercepted, comes out to Gerstein. Gerstein looking for the hat trick, instead just wisely dumps it in, pounds off the boards, over to Kinzer. Roy knocks out of the zone, pass intercepted, breaking his Van Aren. Over on the far side, gets around a check, left the puck there, it's still in the corner. Pins it to the glass, holds it in, back to Del Panino, sends across to Kinzer. Kinzer walks in, looks for a deflection, couldn't get one. Van Aren holds at the boards, he sends one on net, easily knocked down. Clearing out Tyler Edmonds, long pass for Gerstein, couldn't reach him. Del Panino has to play it. Setting it up now, entering the zone, Matthew Matarazzo, he sends off the board, still looking for his first point of the game. Trying to keep that lengthy point streak alive. Matarazzo plays around the boards. Is held in by Kinzer for a moment. Then once again by Roy, but Stony Brook on the puck. No particular rush from Antonio Arena as he just flips in. Under 3 minutes to go now here in the third. Still a 3-2 lead for Stony Brook. Puck left over on the near side. Ketergrad takes a shot right away, knocked down. Comes over to Puccia behind the net. He's happy to just keep it here. Comes over to Roy. Delayed penalty coming up against Hofstra, and that's a backbreaker. A tripping minor sends Hofstra to the penalty kill, and likely if they want to tie it, they got to do it shorthanded. 2:17 left, and they lose Dylan Kinzer, one of their best offensive blue liners. Unfortunate timing on that penalty. Sends Stony Brook to the power play. 2:24 left in regulation. But still, if you kill it off without much sustained attacking pressure, you only have 24 seconds to try to tie it. So we'll see how aggressive Hofstra plays while shorthanded. Keep an eye on the net there to see if Sakura is pulled, if they get the puck past the blue line, but Stony Brook set it up here on the power play. Richardson back to the point to Mango. He gives it right back. Mango at the blue line, walks it, gives to Vorotnikov. The tall blue liner resets. Vorotnikov walks in, fires, glove stop. Great save by Sakura there, having to reach out to his left. .40 shots on goal for Hofstra. So far in this game, only 2 goals to show for it. Attempted stiff lift from Chris Colo doesn't work out. Comes over to Pucci on the near side. Vorotnikov holds, gives over to Mango, one-timer. Sakura's there. Stony Brook's getting some shots off here. The main objective of this power play isn't to score, you don't think. Well, if they get an opening to score, they're certainly going to take it. You also just want to kill these full 2 minutes off the clock in the attacking zone. Don't expect to see them try to push anything here and give up a risky shorthanded break. It's a good play for Hofstra. Cox clears the zone. So that might answer your question. Hofstra play. Why is that called icing? Hofstra's on the penalty kill. Now the official brings it back to neutral ice. I don't think Hofstra is going to really complain about this one, though. Clock stops. Neutral zone draw coming up. This mistake benefits the Pride. They win the draw. Coach Kelly telling Sakura to stay in the net as the puck comes to Stony Brook over on the far side. Gerstein gains the blue line, drops back to Heinzen. His pass in front takes a tip, rolled on net. Sakura had to flash the blocker out there. Kadyrov sends down the ice. Minute 18 left here in regulation. Stony Brook stalls behind the net. Hofstra's got to take some risks here, got to push up. Stony Brook's not going to give you this attacking possession easily on the power play. Comes back to the far side to Lee. Under a minute to go, Sakura still in his crease. Kadyrov trying to gain possession, couldn't do it. Comes over to Gerstein. Gerstein in the middle, sent back. Lee dumps in. Glove down by Del Panino to the far side, 42 seconds left. Trying to clear on the far side, can't do it. Lee's there. This one chopped ahead by Hofstra, sent right back in, delayed offside. Hofstra on the puck now on the near side. Matarazzo comes in. Now here comes Sakura. Goalie pulled back to 5-on-5 here with the penalty. Hofstra holds in. Here's a shot from Del Panino. Saved by the netminder Guadagno over to the far side. Attempted clear, held in by Cox. Trying to get it in the slot, 10 seconds left. 6-on-5 here. A slapper from Chris Colo goes wide. Rebound at the net, sent into the corner by Lee. And then this comes down the ice, bullseye. Empty net goal. Should seal it. Hofstra had the chance there on the far side, on the near side, but then the rebound just sent down the ice. They hit the target, and they opt to wind the final seconds off the clock. So the second consecutive matchup between the Hofstra Pride and the Stony Brook Seawolves, decided by 2 goals, a 4-2 win for Stony Brook. Tough luck there for the Pride, leading for most of the game, but 3 unanswered goals. In the end, just too much for the Pride to overcome. So next up for Stony Brook It's their last game this weekend, but then they head up to Fairfield. Actually, both these teams, their next games against the Stags. Stony Brook get them next Saturday. Hofstra has the weekend off, trying to end this 2-game skid they find themselves on. Then back-to-back against Fairfield, the 17th up north, and then the 18th back here at Freeport. Well, that'll do it for us here on the LI Sports Network. Thank you for spending your Sunday with us. From the LI Sports Network booth, my name is Ian Binky. Have a fantastic rest of your Sunday. Take care and have a good one.